Come in and let the lamp be enough for now. There's nothing here you have to do, nothing to fix, no place you have to be. Just this small circle of warm light and a voice and the quiet. If your mind will not stop turning tonight, I want you to know something before we go any further. You do not have to quiet it first. You do not have to arrive here already calm. Bring it with you, all of it. The worry that followed you into the dark, the list that will not fold itself away, the tightness you have carried since morning. Anxiety is not a door you have to leave your heart at. Bring your heart just as it is. This restlessness is a common and human thing, and it is no failing of yours. So let us take one slow breath together, in and gently out. Let your shoulders come down from where they have been holding. Let your hands open a little. There's nowhere else you need to be for the next little while. There is nothing here to understand and nothing to get right. You do not have to follow every word or hold on to a single one of them. If your attention drifts, you have lost nothing at all. And if you fall asleep long before the end, then these words will have done the very thing they came to do. This is not a lesson, and there is no question waiting at the end of it. It is only a resting place, kept open for you here in the dark for as long as you have need of it. There is an old and tender promise in the 127th Psalm, and it says simply that He giveth His beloved sleep. Sleep, in that verse, is not a thing you have to seize or earn or lie very still and wait to deserve. It is given quietly to the ones He loves while they rest. And long after those words were written, the Apostle Paul, writing to a worried people, began with a gentle instruction: be careful for nothing. So there are two quiet gifts held out to you tonight: the sleep that is simply given and the freedom from anxious care. And you are welcome to receive them both, just as you are, because you are loved, because you are allowed at last to lay the worry down. What we have gathered here are God's own promises for the anxious heart, in the words of the King James Bible, verses to rest in together, slowly, with no hurry at all. Lord, quiet this weary mind, and let your peace settle over the one who is listening. So let us begin. Here is what the Lord has spoken over your weary heart. The night has settled around you now, soft and unhurried, and there is nothing left for you to carry into it. Let this one thought come gently, and let it stay. The Lord is a shepherd. He is your shepherd, and a shepherd does not drive the flock from behind with noise and haste. He walks on ahead of them, and he leads. You are led and not driven. You are not being pushed toward tomorrow, and you are not being hurried through the dark. You are being drawn slowly and kindly toward still waters, toward a green and quiet place that has already been made ready for your rest. The shepherd knows the road, and he knows how tired you are, and he sets the pace to the weariness of the flock and never to the hurry of the world. He does not lose one of them in the dark, and so you can loosen your hold on the day. You You do not have to find the way by yourself tonight. The way is being kept for you by one who knows you and loves you, and all that is asked of you now is to follow a little and to breathe and to rest. Hear now the words of the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Rest there a little while. He maketh me to lie down. It is his doing, and not your striving. The green pastures were made ready long before you came to them, and the still waters were quiet and unmoving before you ever arrived. You are not asked to be strong tonight, and you are not asked to be certain of anything at all. You are asked only to lie down and to let yourself be restored, the way a tired field is, restored by the slow and silent falling of the dew. Goodness and mercy are behind you, following softly all the days of your life, and they will follow you gently into sleep as well, so that even here in the dark you are surrounded on every side by kindness. And this same shepherd leads even through the night seasons, teaching the quiet heart to be glad while it is still dark. So hear the words of the 16th Psalm, from the 7th verse through the 9th. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. And hear now the 11th verse of the same psalm. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures for evermore. My flesh also shall rest in hope. Let those words settle over your body now, from your brow to the whole quiet weight of you sinking softly down into the bed. Your rest tonight is not an empty rest, and it is not a drifting away into nothing. It is a resting in hope, held safe at his right hand, in a place where you shall not be moved. The one who gives counsel in the night seasons is near you now, nearer than the stillness in the room, and he is not anxious, and he is not afraid, and so tonight you need not be either. You may set him before you, and let every other thought move gently to the edges of your mind and grow faint, the way distant sounds grow faint as sleep comes near. And there is one promise more, small and whole and complete, to lay beneath your head like a folded cloth. Hear the words of the 4th Psalm from the 8th verse. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety, in peace and sleep. Not the one without the other, but both of them together, given freely to you as a gift. You lie down, and He keeps the watch through all the hours. You close your eyes, and He makes you to dwell in safety, though you do nothing at all to hold the walls in their place. This is the shepherd's care, that you may lay yourself fully down and sleep, because the keeping of the night is His, and not yours, and it always has been. You may let the room grow dim, and let your breathing grow slow and even, knowing that the safety around you does not depend upon your watching for it. It was gathered around you before you lay down, and it will still be here when the morning comes. And if the mind is still busy, still turning the day over and over, the way an overtired child turns and will not settle, listen to how the psalmist speaks to his own restless soul and slowly teaches it to be quiet. Hear the words of the 131st Psalm. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. My soul is even as a weaned child. There is a particular kind of peace that a small child knows once it has stopped its fretting and its reaching, and has simply grown still in the arms of the one who holds it. It is not asking for anything now. It is not straining after the things too high and too far away. It is not trying to hold up its own head. It is only near and warm and content to be carried. That is the rest being offered to you tonight. You may set down the great matters, all the questions too heavy and too high for this late hour, and let them wait. You do not have to solve your life before you sleep. You may let your soul grow quiet the way a weaned child grows quiet, wanting nothing, needing nothing, only resting against the one who holds it, and asking nothing more of the night than to be kept. And if some part of you still believes that rest must be earned, that you have to be productive enough, or good enough, or finished enough before you are allowed to lie down, hear the whole of that old promise now from the 127th Psalm. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so He giveth His beloved sleep. There is a striving that gets us nowhere, the rising early and sitting late, the anxious labor that eats away at the heart like bitter bread and never fills it. And over against all of that, quietly, there is a gift. He giveth His beloved sleep. Sleep is not the wage you earn at the end of a hard enough day. It is a gift He gives to the ones He loves, poured out freely while they rest, and you are among the beloved, and the gift is being held out to you now. And if there is still some weight upon you, some worry from the day that will not yet loosen its hold, you do not have to carry it down with you into sleep. There's a place to set it down. There is one who is waiting, even now, to take it gently from your open hands, and He is strong enough to hold what you were never meant to hold alone. And so we turn, slowly and without hurry, toward that quiet invitation to cast your care upon Him and to leave it resting there. And so, As the shepherd's care settles quietly over you, there is something gentle to notice tonight. The weight you have been carrying was never yours to carry alone. You were not made to hold it all, and you were never asked to. Somewhere along the way, the load grew heavy, and you learned to bear it in silence, to keep it close through the long hours when the house is dark and still. But you may set it down now. He is near, and He is strong, and He is waiting with open hands. There's no need to hold on any longer. Let the weight go. Hear the words of the 55th Psalm in the 22nd verse. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Cast it upon Him. Not carry it, not manage it, not hide it away, but cast it the way you would release a stone into deep and quiet water and watch it disappear from sight. And He will sustain you. He will hold you up when your own strength is spent. The one who keeps the stars in their courses will keep you through this night, and you shall not be moved. There is a great mercy in that little word, sustain. It does not say you will feel strong or that the burden will vanish before the dawn. It says only that He will hold you, and that is all you need for now. And the same tender invitation comes to us again, softly, in the first letter of Peter, in the 5th chapter. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. All your care, not some of it, not only the parts you think are worthy of His notice, but all of it. Every worry you have turned over 100 times, every quiet fear you have never spoken aloud. He gathers it all in because He cares for you. That is the reason, and it is a reason enough. He cares for you, and so you can rest. Let the words move over you slowly now, casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. There is nothing too small for His attention, and nothing too heavy for His hands. And when the mind still reaches for something to hold, when it wants to solve and to plan and to turn the problem over yet again, hear the gentle counsel of Paul to the Philippians in the 4th chapter. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Be careful for nothing. In that old and gentle language, to be careful means to be full of care, and here you are invited to be free of it. In place of the turning thoughts, there is a simple thing to do. Tell Him, make your request known with thanksgiving, and leave them there in His keeping. And then comes a promise, quiet and sure, that a peace beyond all understanding will keep you. Not a peace you have to build or defend or even explain, but a peace that comes on its own and guards your heart while you sleep. It will stand watch over you so that you do not have to. And if the thoughts are many tonight, crowding in one after another, the way they do when the room is dark and the house is still, know that the crowd of them does not frighten Him and does not drive Him away. There's a single quiet line in the 94th Psalm for exactly such a night. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. In the multitude of my thoughts, not in their absence, not once they have finally gone silent, but right there in the middle of them, while they are still many, his comfort comes and quietly delights the soul. So you do not have to wait for a still mind before you can be comforted. You do not have to win the long argument in your head or settle every question before peace is allowed to reach you into the very crowd of your thoughts, just as they are tonight. His comfort can come, soft and unhurried, and touch the soul beneath them all. And your soul, having handed over its burden, can do the one thing it has longed to do all along. It can wait and be still and rest in God alone. Hear the words of the 62nd Psalm from the first verse. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. He only, not the plans, not the striving, not the long night of worry, but he only. He is the rock beneath you, steady and unmoved, and upon that rock you may lie down without fear. And the psalm speaks on, calling the soul back again to its rest. From the 5th verse, my soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Trust in him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Selah, pour out your heart before him. You need not choose your words or make them fit or say them well. Simply pour it out, all that you have held for so long, and let it flow to the one who is a refuge for us. He is your rock and your strength and your hiding place, and he does not grow weary, and he does not turn away. And if the worry is for the plain and daily things, whether there will be enough and how it will all be managed and who will see to it, remember that the same Lord who feeds the smallest bird has not once overlooked you. The Lord Jesus said in the 6th chapter of Matthew, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? And then he pointed to the smallest, freest things, and bid the worried heart simply look at them. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Not one of those small birds keeps itself alive by its worrying. They do not lie awake through the dark, turning over the question of the morning. They are simply fed day after day by a Father who does not forget them, and he asks gently whether you are not worth far more to him than they are. He who clothes the fields and feeds the sparrow already knows the whole of your need before you have found the words for it, and he has taken it upon himself to provide. And he said also, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature. Your worrying has never yet added a single hour to your life, or a single inch to your height, or moved one thing in the world an inch nearer to being solved. So you may lay that labor down as well, for it was never doing the work you hoped it did. And to a people worried over their own needs, the Apostle Paul made a quiet and confident promise in the 4th chapter of his letter to the Philippians. But my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus, not according to how little you have, or how much is left in the account, or how the numbers look tonight, but according to his riches, which do not run low and cannot be spent. He has measured your need already, all of it, and set against it a supply that has no bottom. So the providing is his concern, and he is very rich and very willing, and you may hand him that worry too, and close your eyes. And as for tomorrow, and all the things it may or may not ask of you, the Lord Jesus spoke a gentle word about that too, in the same chapter. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Tomorrow will keep. It will arrive on its own, in its own hour, and it will bring what it brings, and not one moment of it can be lived tonight. So the long list of things undone can wait until the morning, and the morning will keep it safe until you are rested enough to meet it. You have handed it over, and it is enough. Nothing more is asked of you tonight. Feel how the breath comes a little deeper, how the room grows a little softer around you, and how the quiet settles over everything like a warm and steady light. And with your burden laid down, there is nothing left to be afraid of, for the one who holds your care is the same one who draws near and speaks again and again through all the pages of his book the words, "Fear not." Let that gentle word come to you now and carry you softly onward into the quiet. And so the burden is not yours to carry alone anymore. And now the same voice that told you to lay it down turns and speaks to the fear itself. When you hear the words, "Fear thou not," hear them gently. They are not a scolding. They are not a stern hand pointing at your weakness, asking why you cannot simply be calm. It is a strange thing how fear can make the night feel so much larger than the day, how the same worries that seemed small in the light grow tall and looming once the lamp is low and the house is quiet. And into that hour the words come, not to shame you, but to comfort you. They come more like a hand, warm and steady, resting on a shoulder that has been trembling far into the night. The one who speaks them knows how tired you are. He is not asking you to be brave all on your own. He is only telling you quietly that you are not alone in the dark and that you never were. Hear the words of the prophet Isaiah in the 41st chapter and the 10th verse. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Rest there a moment on that last promise, the right hand that holds you up. for he does not simply stand beside you at a distance. Listen, in the same chapter, 3 verses on. For I, the Lord, thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Your hand is held, and a hand that is held can loosen its grip on everything else it has been clutching so tightly through the evening. Let the fingers uncurl one by one, the way they do when sleep begins to come. Let the jaw soften and the breath go long and slow. There's a great difference between holding on and being held, and tonight you are being held. If he is the one holding you, then there is nothing left for you to hold on to, and nothing you must keep watch over until the morning. And on the nights when the fear comes anyway, uninvited, before you have even decided to be brave, there's a small and honest line to carry from the 56th Psalm. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. What time I am afraid. Not once the fear has gone, not after you have talked yourself out of it, but in the very moment it arrives. The fear does not have to leave first. You do not have to feel unafraid before you are allowed to trust. You may be frightened and trusting in the very same breath, the way a child can cling tightly to a father's hand and still be crying. Trust is not the absence of fear. It is simply turning, even while afraid, toward the one who is holding you and letting him hold you anyway. And the same prophet Isaiah carries that promise further still, down into the deep waters where fear so often takes us in the night. Hear the words of the 43rd chapter. But now, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. For I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Thou art mine. He calls you by your name, the name he knew before you were ever born. And he does not promise you a life with no deep water and no hard road in it. He promises something better and stronger, that you will never go through any of it alone. When the waters rise, he will be in them with you. They shall not overflow you, because he is the one holding your head above them. Whatever you may have to pass through in the days that are coming, you will not pass through it by yourself, and it will not have the power to undo you, for you belong to him, and he goes wherever his own must go. And should the fear come back in the small hours, as fear so often does, you have somewhere to call and someone who answers. The psalmist remembered it in the 118th Psalm. I called upon the Lord in distress. The Lord answered me and set me in a large place. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? He set me in a large place. Fear makes the world feel small and close and pressing, the walls leaning in, the air grown tight. But the answer to a cry of distress is room to breathe, a wide and open place where the heart is no longer cornered. The Lord is on your side tonight, not against you, not weighing you, not keeping a distant account, but on your side, near and for you, and with Him on your side. There is nothing left in all the dark that has any real claim to make you afraid. And when the fear whispers of all that might go wrong, there is an old song of quiet confidence that answers it softly. Hear the words of the 27th Psalm. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Even when trouble seems to gather and press close, the heart that leans on Him does not have to be shaken. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. For He is a shelter, a quiet place where you can be hidden away. For in the time of trouble, He shall hide me in His pavilion. In the secret of His tabernacle shall He hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And that same psalm ends not in fear at all, but in a gentle waiting, a settling down into hope. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and He shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So, there is nothing to hurry now. You do not have to solve it all before morning. You do not have to be strong enough, or sure enough, or steady enough. You only have to wait, the way the tired earth waits for the light, and to let Him strengthen the heart that has grown so weary of carrying its fears alone. Waiting here is not doing nothing. It is resting in someone stronger than the fear. And if you have gone looking for Him in the very middle of your fear, know this, that He has already heard you. Hear the words of the 34th Psalm. I sought the Lord, and He heard me and delivered me from all my fears, from all of them, not only the small ones, not only some of them, but all your fears, gathered up and carried gently away. And around you, though your eyes cannot see it, there is a keeping watch. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear Him, and delivereth them. And you do not have to take this only on someone else's word. The psalm invites you to find it out for yourself, gently, by trusting Him and seeing what He is like. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Him. Taste and see. Not analyze it from a distance, not settle every doubt first, but simply lean your weight on Him tonight, a little, and discover in the leaning that He holds. The ones who trust Him come to know by quiet experience in nights exactly like this one, that He is good, and that the trusting itself is a kind of blessedness, a rest the anxious heart had almost forgotten was possible. And if the heart in your chest tonight feels broken or bruised or worn thin, hear how near He draws to exactly that kind of heart. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. He is nearest, it seems, not to the strong, but to the ones who are quietly coming apart in the dark. And though the troubles have been many, they do not have the last word over you. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all, out of them all. So let the fear grow smaller now, the way a sound grows faint as you drift slowly away from it. You are held by a steady hand. You are hidden in a quiet place. You are heard, and you are near to the one who saves the broken-hearted and who watches while you sleep. There's nothing left for you to guard against tonight. And where the fear has been, he does not leave an emptiness. He leaves a peace in its place, a peace of a kind the world cannot give and cannot take away. There is a promise for the mind that has learned to lean on him. In the 26th chapter of Isaiah, thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Perfect peace, not a fragile peace that shatters at the smallest sound, but a whole and settled peace, kept for the mind that has stopped its racing and simply come to rest on him. You do not have to hold your mind still by force. You have only to let it lean and stay and trust, and he does the keeping. And the Lord Jesus himself made that same peace a gift on the night before his own great sorrow, speaking to hearts that were troubled and afraid. Hear his words from the 14th chapter of John. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. His own peace, given to you, is to give and never to be taken back. Let not your heart be troubled. It is not a demand shouted at a frightened heart. It is a gift laid gently into your open hands, his peace, poured quietly over you now, so that the trouble has somewhere to go, and the fear has something stronger to rest against. And now, with the fear laid down at last, there's only one thing left to do, and it is the easiest thing of all. Not to strive, not to fight, not even to understand it, only to grow quiet, only to be still, and to let him be God over this long and gentle night while you rest. And now, if there is anything still held in your hands, you may set it down. There's nothing left for you to carry into this hour, and nothing here that asks you to try. You have done what your hands could do today, and the rest was never yours to hold alone. There will be time enough for tomorrow when tomorrow comes, and tomorrow will ask for nothing of you until then. So let the thoughts that were pulling at you drift a little further off, the way the tide draws quietly back from the shore and leaves the sand smooth behind it. The place where you are resting does not depend on your strength to keep it standing. It was not built by your effort, and it will not fall if your effort fails. The refuge was here long before you grew weary, and it will still be here when you have long since fallen asleep. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to reach for it or hold it open or prove that you belong inside it. There is no striving left for you to do tonight, and no watch for you to keep. You may simply be still and be kept. And when the mind grows quiet enough to listen, there's an old and steady word waiting, a word given for the trembling and the tired, a word that has calmed many hearts across many long nights before this one. Let it settle over you now, slowly, with nothing at all required in return. Hear the words of the 46th Psalm. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea? The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. A very present help, not a distant help, not a help that must be sent for and waited upon across a great distance, but a help already here, nearer than the breath moving softly in and out of you, nearer than the pillow beneath your head. The mountains may be carried into the midst of the sea, and still this help does not move, because it does not come from anything that can be shaken. And when the earth beneath a life feels uncertain, this is the word that holds, steady and low and unhurried, over and over through the dark. And in the middle of that same psalm, set against all the shaking and the noise, there is a quieter picture still of a place that trouble cannot reach. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. While the mountains are falling into the sea, there is a river, moving softly, gladdening a city that cannot be shaken, because God Himself is in the midst of it. That is a picture of the soul that rests in Him. Outside, the world may heave and roar. Within, there is a still stream and a settled gladness and a help that comes right early, sooner than the fear expected. She shall not be moved, neither shall you, for the same God is in the midst of you tonight. Be still and know, not strive and know, not solve and know, or hurry, or hold it all together until the morning. Only be still. The stillness is not one more task set before you. It is a gift laid gently down beside you, already yours, needing only to be received. And there is nothing you must do to make it happen, nothing you must feel or force or figure out. For the stillness will hold you whether you understand it or not. So you may stop your striving now, here in the quiet dark, and let the knowing come to you on its own, unforced and unhurried, the way sleep comes at last to a child who knows that someone stronger is awake and near, and that the door is safely shut against the night. And if you are simply worn out tonight, tired all the way down to the bone, with nothing left in you to draw on, hear how the prophet Isaiah speaks of the God who never tires in the 40th chapter. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. He giveth power to the faint. It is a great relief on a night like this that your strength was never the thing holding your world together. His does not run out. He does not grow weary, and he does not need to sleep to be restored. And out of that endless strength, he quietly gives to the ones who have none left. So, you do not have to summon anything now. You have only to wait upon him, which is another word for rest, and let your emptied strength be renewed while you do the one thing the tired can always do, which is to lie still and trust. The renewing is his work, not yours, and he does much of it while his beloved sleep. For the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. He knows you, and he is good, and he is a stronghold, a high and steady tower you may run into and be safe. So run into him now, in your thoughts, and pull the heavy door shut behind you, and let the trouble stay outside in the dark where it belongs, while you rest within the walls of the one who is good. When the heart is overwhelmed, and the trouble feels too high to climb and too wide to go around, there's a small prayer in the 61st Psalm that asks for the one thing that helps. Hear it now. Hear my cry, O God. Attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Selah. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. When the heart is overwhelmed, it does not need to be scolded, and it does not need to be told to try harder. It needs only to be lifted to higher ground, to a rock it did not have to build, standing far above the reach of the flood. And that rock is not somewhere far off that you must journey to tonight. It is close. It is the covert of his wings, a shelter drawn near and warm, a hiding place already opened for you, where the overwhelmed heart may creep in out of the weather and simply stay and be quiet and be safe until the storm has passed. And beneath you, lower than the lowest place your fear can sink to tonight, there is something steady holding you up. There is an old and settled promise for it in the book of Deuteronomy. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. Underneath, however far down the weariness goes, however low the heart has fallen tonight, you will not fall through the floor of the world, because underneath everything are the everlasting arms, and they do not tire, and they do not let go, and they were there long before you noticed them, and will be there long after you have fallen asleep. You are not holding yourself up tonight. You never were. You are being held from underneath by arms that have no end. For there is a secret place kept for the weary, a shelter close and warm, where the fearful heart is covered and hidden and held through the whole length of the night. The shelter does not check whether you have prayed enough or believed enough or done enough to deserve it. You are welcome there simply because you are tired and simply because you came. Let the psalmist's own trust be prayed quietly over you now. Hear the words of the 91st Psalm. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Under His wings shalt thou trust. Rest a moment in that picture now, soft and near, a covering drawn close over you like the warmth of a blanket in the deepest part of the night. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, the fear that visits in the small dark hours has no place to stand here, and no claim upon the one who is hidden in this shelter. You are not asked to stand guard over yourself until the light returns. The keeping is not yours to do, and it never was. So you may loosen your hold on the night, and let it be watched over by one who does not grow tired, and does not look away, and does not need you to keep watch alongside him. He shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. So let the last of your watchfulness fall away, breath by slow breath, and let yourself be held beneath that quiet shelter. There's nothing more for you to do now, nothing more to fix or to finish, nothing more to fear. And the shelter is not silent. At the very end of that psalm, the one who hides you answers back and makes his own promise over the one who trusts him. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. I will be with him in trouble, not spare him every trouble, but be with him inside it, which is the deeper promise and the greater comfort. He answers when you call. He is with you in the hard place, and over the whole of a life he spreads a quiet satisfaction and a sure salvation, so that even now, in the dark, you are inside a promise spoken directly by God over the ones who love him, and you are one of them. And it is a good thing to be known this closely and kept this gently by one who has counted every hair and every fear and loves you still, For the same God who shelters you also searches you and knows you and stays near to you through the deepest dark. And it is to that quiet nearness we turn now. And here, in the deep quiet of the night, there is a comfort that the anxious heart often forgets. You are fully known. Every thought you have turned over, every fear you could not put into words, every part of you that is tired or ashamed or afraid, all of it is already seen and already understood, and none of it has ever made you less loved. To be known this completely is not a thing to dread in the dark. It is the safest thing there is. For the one who knows you all the way to the bottom is the very one who has chosen again and again to be gentle with you. Before we speak of how closely he knows you, hear first how kindly he deals with you in the 103rd Psalm. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Forget not all his benefits. On an anxious night, the mind is quick to count its troubles and slow to count its mercies. And so the psalmist gently turns the soul the other way to remember there is forgiveness that has already covered you. There is a healing at work in you that you cannot see. There is a life redeemed and a head crowned, not with burdens, but with loving kindness and tender mercies, laid over you like a garland while you were not even looking. Let the soul remember these things now, slowly, one at a time, the way you would count not sheep but kindnesses, until the counting itself grows soft and drifts towards sleep. And hear how tenderly this same psalm speaks of the way he feels toward you in the 13th and 14th verses. Like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. For he knoweth our frame. He remembereth that we are dust. He remembereth that we are dust. He does not stand over you tonight expecting iron where there is only flesh. He knows how you are made. He knows that you tire, that you break, that you can carry only so much before the shoulders bow. And that knowledge does not make him impatient with you. It makes him tender, the way a good father is tender with a small and weary child, gathering the little one up, not with a lecture, but with mercy. You do not have to be more than dust tonight. He has never once forgotten that you are not. And if the years have begun to weigh on you, if you are more tired now than you once were, and the body is slower, and some nights the fear whispers that you are running short of time or of strength, hear what the Lord says through the prophet Isaiah in the 46th chapter. And even to your old age I am he, and even to hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear, even I will carry, and will deliver you. Even to your grey hairs, he says, I will carry you. The one who made you at the beginning has promised to carry you all the way to the end. and not to set you down along the way. You are not a burden he is tiring of. You are the very one he made, and he has bound himself to bear you and to carry you and to deliver you through every year that is left and through this one small night inside them all. So you may rest in the arms of the one who has carried you this far, certain he will not weary of carrying you now. And the one who is so tender with your frame is the one who knows it most completely. There is no corner of you hidden from him, and this, too, is a mercy. Hear the words of the 139th Psalm from the first verse. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my down-sitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. Thou knowest my down-sitting. He knows the moment you sat down tonight, weary to the bone. He is acquainted with your lying down, with this very hour, with the exact shape of your tiredness as you settle into the bed. He understands your thought afar off, which means he was not surprised by a single worry that crossed your mind today, and he will not be startled by any that come to visit in the small hours. You are not a stranger to him, explaining yourself in the dark. You are known through and through, and still kept, and still loved. And because he knows you so wholly, there is no dark you could go into where he is not already waiting. Listen to what the psalmist finds when he looks for the edges of God's presence and cannot find any. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. The night shineth as the day. Whatever darkness has gathered in this room or in you, it is not dark to him. The night that feels so heavy and so long to you is, to him, as bright and as clear as noon. He is not searching for you in the shadows. He sees you perfectly, and he is near. And the very darkness that unsettles the anxious heart is, in his sight, only more of the light in which he keeps you. So you may let the room be dark, and let your eyes close on the dark, and rest, for the darkness and the light are both alike to the one who is watching over you. And his thoughts towards you, even now, are more than you could ever number. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. When I awake, I am still with thee. Carry that gently down into your sleep tonight. You will close your eyes soon and let go of the day and drift somewhere your thoughts cannot follow. And even there he does not leave you. And whenever you wake, whether in the small hours or in the morning light, he will not have moved. You will still be with him, and he will still be with you. exactly as He was when you fell asleep. There is no hour of this night in which you will be alone. The psalmist knew this rest upon his own bed, in the very watches of the night. Hear his words from the 63rd Psalm. When I remember Thee upon my bed, and meditate on Thee in the night watches, because Thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of Thy wings will I rejoice. My soul followeth hard after Thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. When I remember Thee upon my bed, this is a good thing to let the mind do. Here in the dark, in place of its worrying. Not to solve, not to plan, but simply to remember Him, to rest your thoughts on His nearness, the way you rest your head upon the pillow. And should you wake in the night watches, you need not reach again for the old anxieties. You may remember instead that His hand is under you, upholding you, and that you are resting in the shadow of His wings, where the heart, in spite of everything, can quietly rejoice. And here is a wonder almost too gentle to believe, that the God who keeps you does not merely put up with you through the long night, but delights in you. Hear the words of the prophet Zephaniah in the 3rd chapter. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in His love. He will joy over thee with singing. He will joy over thee with singing. Rest a moment in that, here in the dark. The one who is mighty to save is not standing over you with folded arms and a tired sigh, waiting for you to do better. He is rejoicing over you. He rests in His love for you, the way you are longing to rest tonight, quieted and content. And He sings over you, the way a mother sings low over a cradle, the same few notes over and over, until the little one has stopped fighting sleep and simply gone under. You will not hear that song with your ears, but it is being sung all the same, over this room, over this bed, over the whole tired length of you. Let yourself be the one who is sung to sleep tonight, held in a love that is glad to be holding you. And if you feel too weary even to pray, if the words will not come, and all you can manage is to whisper His name into the dark, that is enough, and He is near. Hear how the 145th Psalm speaks of the one you are calling to. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger and of great mercy. The Lord is good to all, and His tender mercies are over all His works, slow to anger and of great mercy. This is who is listening tonight. Not someone quick to be disappointed in you, not someone counting the ways you have fallen short, but one who is gracious and full of compassion and unhurried in His patience, whose mercy is not a trickle, but a great and steady abundance. His tender mercies are over all His works, over the whole of creation, and over you, small and tired and awake in the dark. And that same psalm says it as plainly as it can be said. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon Him, to all that call upon Him in truth. He is nigh, not far off, not waiting for a better prayer or a stronger faith, but near to every honest cry, however small and wordless it may be. So if all you can offer tonight is a tired heart turned quietly toward Him. That is a true calling upon Him, and He has already drawn near to answer it. There is a great and quiet relief in that, once the heart takes hold of it. So much of anxiety is the fear of being alone with a thing too big to carry, unseen, unhelped, unheard, in the dark. And here is the answer to all of it, folded into a single truth. You are not alone, and you never have been. There is no thought of yours He has not already understood, and no corner of this night He is not already keeping. You do not have to explain yourself, or brace yourself, or hold yourself together for an audience of no one. You are seen, and you are safe, and you may let the whole weight of yourself come to rest in the hands of the one who has been holding you all along. You are known, and you are pitied gently, and you are kept in a nearness that the dark cannot break. And the one who is this near, who knows you this well, has an invitation waiting, the gentlest words ever spoken to the weary, and it is to those words we turn now. And now, known and kept as you are, having grown still and let the quiet do its slow work, there is an invitation waiting for you, and it is the gentlest one ever spoken. It does not ask you to be strong first. It does not wait for you to untangle the day or to solve the thing that has been turning in your mind. It asks only that you come, just as you are, weary as you are, and lay yourself down near the one who has been waiting all along. Hear the words of the Lord Jesus from the 11th chapter of Matthew. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Notice how softly He speaks to the tired. He calls the ones who labor, the ones who are heavy laden, and that is you tonight, carrying whatever you carried in through the door. And to those very ones, He does not offer more to do. He offers rest. The yoke He gives is easy, and the burden is light, and you may set down the heavier one you have been dragging, and let it stay down. So let your hands unclench. There is nothing left for you to lift tonight. And think for a moment on what a yoke is. It is the wood that lets two walk together, so that no single one bears the whole weight alone. That is what He offers you, not a lonely load, but a shared one. His strength beside your weakness, keeping pace with you, taking the harder part of the pull. You were never meant to carry it by yourself, and tonight you do not have to. Learn of Him, He says, and what you learn is how gentle the yoke becomes when He is the one walking beside you. And when the soul has been carrying so much for so long, it sometimes forgets the way home to its own quiet. The Psalms know this. They speak to the soul directly, the way you might speak softly to a child who cannot yet sleep, calling it back gently to the rest it was made for. Hear the words of the 116th Psalm. I love the Lord, because He hath heard my voice and my supplications, because He hath inclined His ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon Him as long as I live. He has inclined his ear. He has leaned close to hear you, the way one leans towards someone they love. And this same psalm remembers what he is like toward the low and the helpless. Gracious is the Lord and righteous. Yea, our God is merciful. The Lord preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. I was brought low, and he helped me. You do not have to come to him clever or capable or with your life in good order. He preserves the simple, the ones with no strategy left but to lean on him and hope. And when you have been brought low, worn down, and past the end of your own strength, that is not the moment he turns his face away. That is the very moment he reaches down and helps. He has done it before, more times than you have ever stopped to count, and he is doing it now, quietly, tonight. And a little further in the same psalm, the soul is called home. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. Return unto thy rest, O my soul. Let those words settle over you like a blanket drawn up in the dark. You are being called back to rest, not driven, only called, because he has dealt bountifully with you, because he has held your feet from falling more times than you will ever know. Rest is not a place you have to travel far to reach. It is where the soul already belongs. And tonight the way is open, and the door is not locked, and you are welcome to go in. And if there is still a heaviness in you, a low and quiet sadness that words do not quite reach, the Psalms have a voice for that too. They do not scold the downcast heart. They simply turn it, ever so gently, toward hope. Hear the words of the 42nd Psalm. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted in me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him for the help of his countenance. Hope thou in God. It is not a command shouted from far away. It is the soul speaking kindly to itself in the dark, remembering where its help has always come from. And even here, in the very middle of the night, there is a song. Yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer unto the God of my life. In the night his song shall be with me. Even now, in this hour when the house is quiet and the light is low, his loving kindness has not gone to sleep. His song is with you in the night, a music you do not have to make, only rest inside. And whatever heaviness you carry into the dark, it is not the end of your story. For as the 30th Psalm promises, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The sorrow that feels so settled at this late hour is only a lodger staying the night. It does not own the house. Morning has a mercy of its own, already on its way to you, and you do not have to hurry it. You have only to rest until it comes. And the psalm returns, as tired hearts do, to the same steadying word. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my God. Hope thou in God. let it be the last thought that stays with you. Whatever was cast down in you can be set gently upright again. Whatever was disquieted can grow calm. The heart that has been anxious does not have to fix itself before it rests. It only has to lean a little toward the one who is its help, and let the leaning become rest. And so there is nothing left to strive after here, only a quiet waiting to sink into. The psalmist says it in 3 small words in the 37th Psalm, and they are almost a lullaby. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Rest and wait, not fret and hurry, not strive and force. Only rest in Him and wait patiently and without anxiousness, the way you would wait for the morning that you know is surely coming, certain it will come, and in no way able to hurry it, and so content at last simply to rest until it does. For the invitation was never hard. Come and rest. Take the lighter yoke. Return, O my soul, unto thy rest. This is all He has ever asked of the weary, and it is enough for tonight. And as your breathing slows and the quiet deepens, there's one more comfort to carry with you into sleep. The one who invites you to rest does not then leave you alone in the dark. He stays, He watches, He keeps you through every hour you will not remember, and through every hour you will. And now, at the very last of our night together, let one small thought settle over you like a blanket drawn up in the quiet. You may close your eyes, because He never does. There is one who keeps watch while you sleep. He does not grow weary as you grow weary. He does not need the rest that you need. All through the long dark, while the house is still and the hours move slowly by, He is awake, and He is watching, and He is holding you in His care. You do not have to keep guard over your own life tonight. You may lay that down now. The watching is His, and He is very good at it, and He never once looks away. Hear the words of the 121st Psalm. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even for evermore. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Rest a moment in that. The one who made the hills and the heaven and the earth is the very one who is watching over you now, in this room, in this bed, in this hour. He will neither slumber nor sleep. So you may let the watching be His. He is your keeper, and He is your shade, and the night can bring nothing near you that has not first passed gently and quietly through His keeping. And He doesn't only keep you for tonight. He shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. The morning that is coming is already in His hands. The day after it, and every day after that, is already known to Him and already covered by His care. You do not have to reach ahead into tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow is kept. You are kept. Let your thoughts come home now from wherever they have wandered, and let them rest here, softly, in the keeping of the One who never sleeps. And when the morning does come, His mercy will be waiting there as surely as it has kept you through the dark. There's a quiet morning prayer in the 143rd Psalm. To leave resting at the edge of your sleep, cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning. For in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk. For I lift up my soul unto thee. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning. You do not have to carry the whole of tomorrow into tonight, because its mercy is not yours to arrange. It is His to give, fresh and new, when the light returns. The way you should walk will be shown to you in its own hour. You are not required to find it now, in the dark, half asleep. So you may lift up your soul to Him and let it stay there, trusting Him with the morning, and turn all your attention now to the single, simple work of resting. And His mercy does not run low in the night. However much of it this long day has asked for, there is more of it waiting, new and full, at the first light. Hear the words from the Lamentations of Jeremiah in the 3rd chapter. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, new every morning. You will not wake tomorrow to the last thin dregs of a mercy that wore out overnight. His compassions do not fail, and they do not empty. They are being made new even now while you sleep, gathered fresh for you before your eyes are open, so that whatever the new day holds, there will be mercy enough in it, and more than enough. Great is thy faithfulness. That faithfulness has held you through every night you have ever lived to see the morning, and it is holding you tonight. You may lie down upon it now, the way you would lie down on solid and level ground, and trust it quietly to keep you until the light. There is such rest in being kept. All your life you have carried things and watched over things and stayed awake for things that needed you. Tonight, you are allowed to set every one of them down. You are not the keeper of this house, nor of this night, nor even of your own quiet breath. Another keeps you. He has kept you all this day long without your ever noticing, and He will keep you all through this night while you notice nothing at all. This is the deep and simple gift of the dark and gentle hours, that you may hand it all over and be small and be safe and be still. There was a man who learned to sleep inside that keeping, even when trouble pressed close all around him. He had every reason to lie awake, and yet he lay himself down, and he slept, and he woke again in peace, because he knew the Lord was holding him through it all. Hear his words now from the 3rd Psalm. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and He heard me out of His holy hill. Selah. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. What a gentle thing to carry down into your own sleep. He lay down, he slept, he woke, and the reason for all of it was not his own strength, but the Lord who sustained him through the whole of the night. The same Lord sustains you. While you sleep, you will still be breathing, and he will be the one keeping that breath. While you rest, your heart will still be beating, quietly and faithfully, and he will be the one keeping that too. You are held together tonight by hands that do not tire, so you need not be afraid, not of the dark, and not of the morning, and not of the things that press round about. He is a shield for you. He is the lifter up of your head. He has heard your voice already, and he is near, and he is not going anywhere at all, for he has given his word on that plainly, and he does not break it. In the book of Deuteronomy he said, "And the Lord, he it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee. He will not fail thee, neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. He will not fail thee. He will not forsake thee. He goes before you into the morning, and he stays beside you through the night. And there is no hour, waking or sleeping, in which he steps away and leaves you to yourself. You have never once been forsaken, though it may have felt so on the hardest nights, and you will not be forsaken now. He is with thee. Let that settle every last question, and let it be the ground you lie down upon. And so there's nothing left for you to do now but rest. The watching is his, the keeping is his, the night is his, and you are his, and you are safe. Let your breathing slow. Let your body grow heavy and warm and still. Let the last of the day loosen its hold and drift away from you, like a small boat let go so gently from the shore. There's nowhere you need to go now, and nothing you need to hold. You may simply be here in the warm and quiet keeping of the night, and let yourself grow softer and lighter with every slow breath you breathe out into the dark. You may close your eyes now and leave them closed. He will not close his. He that keepeth thee will not slumber, and so you may slumber. Lie yourself down in peace. He is sustaining you even now, in this very breath, and in the next. Rest now. You are kept, and the one who keeps you will not sleep. The lamp has burned low beside you now, and its light is soft and gold, and it asks nothing of you at all. Before the quiet closes fully over you, let the words you have heard tonight come back once more, gentler now, the way a familiar voice softens when it sees that you are almost asleep. There is no need to hold on to them, and no need to remember them in the morning. Let them settle over you like a warm covering, and let them carry you down. Hear again the words of the 23rd Psalm, softly now. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. He is with you. And so there is nothing in this dark room to fear, and nothing in the coming day that he has not already gone before you into. Hear again his own promise from the 41st chapter of Isaiah, verse 10, spoken low. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. You are held. You have been held all along, through this day and through every day before it, and you did not have to be strong enough to hold yourself. And the one who holds you does not grow tired and does not look away, not even while you sleep. Hear it once more from the 121st Psalm. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. So you may close your eyes now, and let him keep the watch. He will be awake through every hour of the night. And so, last of all, the gentlest words of the 4th Psalm, verse 8. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Lie down, then, in peace. Let the peace of God, which no worry can reach and no mourning can take from you, come and rest upon you now. It is a peace you do not have to earn and cannot lose by sleeping, for it is his to give, and he gives it freely, all through the quiet hours, to the ones he loves. And so I leave you with a blessing, in his own words and in mine. May the Lord quiet every anxious thought before it can form tonight, and untie the worries you have carried too long, and gather you gently into sleep. May he guard the room where you are lying, and watch over those you love in the rooms nearby, and hold you softly until the light. Rest in this, the old and holy blessing. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And as the Apostle Paul prayed over the ones he loved, so I pray it now over you. Now the Lord of peace himself give you peace always, by all means. Always and by all means, in every hour and by every path. May the Lord of peace himself, and not merely the idea of peace, come and be your peace tonight. If these words have brought you rest, this quiet place waits for you on Spotify as well. Whenever the nights are long and the mind will not settle, let every promise you have heard tonight lie over you now, one upon another, soft as fallen snow. The shepherd who leads you beside still waters, the strong hands waiting to take your every care, the voice that says, fear thou not, the stillness that needs nothing from you, the one who knows your name and carries you even to your grey hairs, the gentle invitation to come and to rest, the keeper who will not so much as blink through all the hours of your sleep. None of it depends on your remembering it. It is true whether you hold it or let it go. true while you are awake and true while you sleep, and it will still be true and still be yours when the light comes. But there is nothing more to do now, only rest. The lamp is dimming low, and the darkness in the room is a kind darkness, and the peace of God is keeping you while you sleep. Lay you down in peace, for He only maketh you to dwell in safety, and so softly into His keeping, into the quiet, into sleep.